What's up, guys? So I'm at a cafe right now. I found a place to do tarot readings because that's what I came down here to do. I'm like really excited about it, and I'm really excited about just being in New Orleans. It's been like really cool here as far as temperature wise, but it always is. Like, cause last time I came down here, I made a video I remember in like April, the beginning of April, and I was like, it's so not hot. And I mean, like there have been like hot flashes, I suppose, but it's been basically pretty mild, like really breezy actually, kind of cold at night, honestly. But I know it's only gonna get warmer, which is awesome because I'm trying to dark up, girl. Yes. I've just been having such a great time. My roommates are just really awesome, and like I don't want to call them roommates because, excuse me. I just want to say like they're like my friends, you know, and like I'm trying to just be more open to like, you know, calling people friends, I suppose, like even when I don't know them that well. But I think like in this case, it's like I know them because of their experience, you know what I mean? I see their experiences and I see myself in them, and I think that, you know, calling them anything other than friend would be just weird to me, just because I see them as more than a friend. I see them as like, you know, family, honestly. But they're just good ass people. So but yeah, like, and I just really love my neighborhood. I'm in the Marigny, and it's like, it's just like really like just familial. Everyone's just really nice and sweet, and everyone's from here, so you know, like no one's trying to be an ass to you. Like they just want to be like really welcoming, and like I'm not a tourist, so like they're more interested in like getting to know me as like part of like, you know, the community, and like that's really awesome. And I just found this really cute coffee shop, and it's just great. They have really great cranberry iced tea, which is so delicious. But I basically want to make this video to say that I am doing tarot card readings again via Skype. But I did want to kind of just let you know like how that's gonna work out, because this is a different setup. My roommates are like, they're not internet people, I will say that. And I don't think it's like, I don't think it's weird, because I think that there's so much free Wi-Fi around us and so many cool places to hang out and use the free Wi-Fi that it's kind of dumb to buy Wi-Fi when you can walk like 5-10 minutes and then be somewhere that's like not only like a cool spot, they have great food and a good atmosphere, and it's comfortable, sometimes loud, but that's okay. I do like it, but I do think, as I was saying about the tarot card readings, I can't do tarot card readings before 8 p.m. After. I can't do tarot card readings after 8 p.m. And that's mainly because I'm Central Time right now, and it gets pretty dark around that time. And when I mean dark, I mean like it gets like this like light pink color, but still I don't want to be walking around with my laptop and like the dark. Like that's just not cool to me. So I think that my goal is to be up and at 'em by like 11 a.m. Central Time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's like 9 a.m. Pacific Time. So people on the West Coast, like you definitely have more availability for time, but you know, people on the East Coast, you know, just like hit me up too, you know what I mean? But as far, well, actually, you don't have like more availability, I guess. It's more like I'm available more early for people on the West Coast, and than people on the East Coast, if that makes any sense, because I am Central Time, which is 2 hours ahead of people on the West Coast, and 1 hour behind people on the East Coast. So there's that time difference. So just be aware, you know, whenever I message you, I'm messaging you, and I'm thinking of Central Time. So if you're not Central Time, please tell me so that I can, you know, modify that. Also, sorry, I'm just like, also,
I did.
dumb loud.
I didn't actually see iguana, but I got the ball like rigged.
Right. Also, you have to donate before you message me. I mean, unless like you're messaging me questions and stuff like that, that makes sense. But before you add me on Skype, it's important that you donate first so that I know who you are and so I can add you, because I do get spam messages all the time. So, you know, if you do donate, I typically, as soon as someone donates, I typically email them immediately at the email address that was provided by PayPal. But sometimes PayPal, you know, sometimes people don't use their personal email with PayPal, so I'm emailing them at an email address they don't even use. So if you know that your PayPal is linked to an email address that you don't use, just let me know that ahead of time so that I don't do that, or rather message me first and say, hey, you know, I'm such and such, and this is what it's going to look like. You know, just be kind of aware of what you're doing, because it can get like, I can get super unorganized very quickly. So I just try to, like, you know, give people the right guidelines, I suppose. As far as donations go, I will say that it's awesome to get $10 per read. Some people do more, some people do less, but I think like 10 is like pretty standard. But again, like, I don't want anyone to feel like judged if they give less than 10, because I know, I think like the reason why I made it donation based is because I know that when you're poor, when you don't have money for like leisure, you just don't do any leisurely shit. So I think that, you know, if I can help it, which I totally can, by making the price model be a variable, meaning like people can just pay what they can pay versus people paying what, you know, scrounging up to pay something that they really don't have. I think that's more important. So again, you know, if you can only give $5, then that's obviously fine too. So don't feel, you know, obligated to give more than you can afford, because that's not what this is about. I just want to have a fun experience with people, and I think tarot is kind of interesting in that way, where you can have a really fun experience. You can also have a very serious experience, but I also feel like a lot of it is me talking to people and getting them to just see a different perspective on a situation. And sometimes that's what you really need, because sometimes we get caught up in like one side of something. So that the fact that someone can kind of come in and say, no, like, you're right and you're not wrong and this is why and da da da, I think that's really important. What else was I gonna say? Oh, and as I was saying, I will not be doing readings past 8 p.m. Central Time, which means that at 6 p.m. on the Pacific, so that means 6 p.m. on the West Coast. That's when I'm stopping. That means that you can't get a reading after 6 p.m. on the West Coast, and you can't get a reading after 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And I'm going to provide a link for my Madam Crawfish Tumblr. I'm actually about to get the madamcrawfish.com. I'm actually looking into getting madamcrawfish.com, but I'm just not sure, really. I just like the name because I think it's silly, and I think that it's kind of funny to, you know, make people laugh while also having like the intrigue of tarot cards, I suppose, because I want to keep it as light as I can. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everything, and yeah, take care, and I'll be updating soon.